I think that men confuse independent women with masculinity. I don't think independent women are always masculine.
I agree. No,
I
I
just
agree.
think that they had to tap out of to make money,
Hmm.
especially big money, and
Yeah.
especially if you're coming from really nothing.
Right.
It requires you to literally detach yourself from emotions, feelings. You have to lock in on literally a materialistic thing.
That's good. That's real.
So a woman who obtains all these things have completely pushed aside the emotional aspect of her life and everything that embodies the intangibles of her life so
Mm.
she can fulfill herself
Herself.
in getting these accolades.
Yeah.
But so then what happens is this man then comes with her or comes across her, and now she's still operating and treating that relationship as such,
Yeah.
which I think that in sometimes it might just take patience. And I said this before. I said the strongest women are just looking for a stronger man that they can really just be up underneath.
I don't think these strong women want to be strong though.
That's the thing. They don't want to work.
They don't want to
I'm
be strong.
confused because every woman that makes money,
Right.
not every woman, here I go. A lot of women that makes money,
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
they come with this narrative or there's this projection of how they want their life to be
Right.
of a man taking care of them. So what was the purpose of you
Man.
making this money?
I know it. I
To
know it.
leverage a better man?
No. I wouldn't think so. I mean, because they have to. You know, they got to survive. They got to build. I know a young lady. I won't say her name, but I know a young lady. She's in our age bracket, right? She probably does about $2-3 million a year. Lives in $1 million home. Drives the G wagon. Runs her own business. It's a family ran business. She's the CEO, and we're real good friends. And she told me she's like, no, I will quit the family business today to be a stay at home mom. She said, I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of going into the office and telling people what to do. Like I'm tired of just being masculine. She was like, I want my husband to control everything and I help him in that areas of making sure that we continue to build the wealth. But this is what she did say. She said, but I'm not marrying down. So like I'm not gonna go from my life that I've built
Mhm.
and go down. It needs to be equal or higher.
But that's what I don't understand. Like that's so like
What you mean?
okay, we
Wait,
have
what you mean, bro? Hold on. You thinking a little bit too hard.
no. I'm because like well yeah, because my mind just says error. Because like it doesn't make sense. We are now operating in a world of equality, quote unquote. Okay. With that being said, men and women should have equal rights, equal abilities to obtain
Correct.
all that they would like in this country
Correct.
specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Men, and I said this once, men obtain everything that they obtain to give, typically, right? You wanted to get everything that you could so you can give to your family.
That's true.
And part of that family is your wife,
Yeah, that's
your
true.
future wife.
That's real.
That's what we do.
Mm.
Whether she has, I'm not saying marrying down in morality and principles and the fundamental principles, but marrying down financially is not always a bad thing if she is a good person in that piece that you need. So what I think that some women need to understand is if you're making $1 million, first of all, you want to make or 2 million, whatever the case may be, you're trying to marry up, it's very slim. Right? The
Mm.
amount the amount of people, the
Mm-hmm.
odds are stacked against you.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
true.
then on top of that, more likely than not, what you're looking for is not going to be possessed by that man that's in that bracket.
Yeah.
So now women need to understand that marrying down is actually in your benefit. Well, if you did all this, hypothetically speaking, you went and established all this business and you want the man to run it, why don't
Mm-hmm.
you hand it over to him and let him run it?
But does he have the capabilities of running?
I would hope so if you pick him. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like, well, I'm trying to figure out. You got all this money to do what? To leverage a better man.
Mm-hmm.
If you say this is my plateau, right? This
Right.
is my bar. He has to meet here and go higher.
Right.
You're only getting this money, and realistically, even if you subconsciously don't know, you're obtaining all these things to set a bar for a high bar for a man at that level or more.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you're going to ask for the traits and characteristics that is usually possessed by the men beneath that bar, putting yourself in a losing position. The odds are so against you.
Mm.
So like, don't worry about marrying down if somebody's possessing what they like. That's what women with money got to understand. Hey,
That's
look,
true.
he's possessing this. I'm not saying he has to have nothing. Don't get
Right,
me
right,
wrong. I'm
right,
not saying
right.
pick him up off a bus stop.
So what you're saying is pretty much a woman, if you marrying down, it's for a temporary state because hopefully he possesses the potential to get back up to the seven figures potentially down the road.
Yeah, and realistically, your helpmeet.
Yep.
If
Yep.
you're helping him, you should
Yep.
be able to help him understand,
That's real.
the business, or maybe he has a whole different business and he's just going to leverage the money that you did to make it even more.
No, that's good. No, that's real. I mean, because I remember, man, a young chick that I met, man, back in the days, bro. She was fine.
She was expensive.
I was a youth pastor. I was only making $38,000 a year. Bad. I mean, bad. I mean, good God. When I think about it now, I'm like, man,
Damn.
wish I can go back. Like, seriously. Because she was so beautiful.
I know how
She
that
was so
thing.
beautiful, right? But she was like, I think you're a great man. You're doing a lot in the community. But you cannot fund my lifestyle. And I was like, wait, what? But she literally was like, but I think you're a great man. You're so sweet. People talk good about you in the community. But she's like, but the things that I want to do, you won't be able to take me there. And so I remember I said exactly what you said. I said, but today I can't, but tomorrow I can. And I was just talking about like, hey, today in this season I can't. But I have a plan. I have a vision. I'm gonna get there. Bro, she laughed at me, man. Laughed at me. And then she was in my DMs about 3 years ago.
Did you laugh at her?
I did. I literally laughed out loud and sent her, the laughy emojis, and that was my response to her. And I agree with you on saying like, hey, if you are this successful woman, it's like look at a man, and it's like it goes back to ladies hate hearing this, but so I'm sorry, ladies, you know what I mean. I'm a little different here at the table. It's all good. It's like ladies say, I'm not dating a man for potential, and I say, well, I somewhat agree and don't agree with you, but I do believe a woman should date the fruit of the man's potential. So if you see him winning, you see him with a vision, you see him working it, and you see some fruit of that, he may not be making 6 figures today. He may not be making 7 figures as well. But if you see the fruit and he's surrounded by the right people, he's doing the right things, he's working his butt off, yo, that's a brother you need to get. Yep. Because eventually, like me, you're going to go from, 38,000 to 6 figures to 7 figures to eventually 8, 9, and so forth. But I agree. I think a lot of these independent ladies who are successful, who have this, ideology of I don't need a man, and if I get a man, it's because he's on my level, and we really don't need each other. I think they're missing out on good men.
Yeah, a lot.
Bottom line.
And I mean, at the end of the day, listen, get your money, ladies. I'm not mad at it. I'm not
I'm
knocking.
not mad at that neither.
But don't try to use that as your pedestal or your leverage, because realistically, that man at that same level is not going to compete with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it becomes, is a competition.
Yeah.
And especially, and I say this all the time, that like when I speak now, I'm speaking to the black community here in America.
Uh-oh.
Majority of black men who are wealthy,
Mm-hmm.
right, and are rich,
Mm-hmm.
it's the first in their whole entire lineage.
Yeah.
And you think about all the generational curses and traumas they went through, and then whatever obstacles that they faced in their life, you think that they're doing all that to have a combative sport with their partner. They have literally had to we have literally had to overcome so much to become valuable in this country. We really need that peace. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, like, I need my woman to possess a passion and an action on that passion. I don't care about how much money she's really making, but obviously there is a threshold. You're not going to be sitting here making $25,000 a year. Like, that's not going to work.
You couldn't do it.
Nah, because I'm a result-driven person. So she has to be able to provide result. I mean, she could start off at 25, but eventually you got to get to 50. You got to get to 75. And if you land at 100, it's okay. Because I really believe that anybody who's doing something that's fulfilling, that's the only way that they're going to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
So if I'm sitting here running all the finances and I'm doing everything, and listen, I've been at home with kids, and she's been at home with the kids, and it's not fulfilling.
Yeah, I got you.
Like
Yeah,
it's
I
not
got you.
fulfilling.
I got
So
you.
I need, and you see a lot of women who put their life on hold. They stop their lives for a family and whatnot. Then they're not fulfilled, and they hold some type of resentment towards the relationship or that man, and then it comes falling down, which I don't ever want to be a part of. So I need her to have that passion and that drive and that action on it, and I'm a supportive of it.
Mm.
But it also has to be driven as well, because you're not going to be pouring money into something that's losing just because you love it.
No, that's real.
You know what I mean? So there's a good balance. But yeah, so let's so you actually touched on this, and I kind of want to dive into that as well.
Yeah.
So you were speaking about how, like, leading with substance, that's what it should be,
Hmm.
but the reality is, leading with money probably gets you a better turnout,
Yeah.
right?
Money and looks.
Money and looks. So let's actually touch on that. You know, the reality, what you want it to be, actually, versus what the reality really is.
I mean, the reality really is on both sides. If a man has money and his looks is, let's say, a 7 to a 10, he's going to have a better chance with that good looking woman. If a woman is beautiful and she has a body, the reality is that man is going to probably give her a better chance, even if she don't have substance. If she just looks good, that man is going to be like, hey, but the reality of what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the truth, man. Let's keep it about, man. I got into debt because of the reality of what it is. I had to have the money and the looks. So what did I do? I went towards the reality of what it is. Go get the money, go get the looks, and you'll get the ladies. And here's the truth. It worked. You know what I'm saying? Like it worked. It because when I had substance, when I was a virgin, when I had on Timberlands and Levi's and an ugly shirt, it didn't work.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm like, dang, and it sucks because here's the thing. I went and got the credit card. It really wasn't money. It was plastic.
Hmm.
And it got the woman, but it didn't get substance. And I'm drowning in debt. And I think sometimes the reality of what it is just the picture of Instagram, but it's like I wish that there was a middle ground. So like for me, I know that no woman wants to date a broke, ugly dude. That's the reality. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to live in between because I think I went way right to the reality of what it is. And I forgot about, hey, you got to have substance as a man. You got to have a vision as a man because I do believe that a lot of these ladies do end up getting married for the financial security. But then when they get that man who is just, a good looking, got the money, and then they realize he ain't got no substance, no vision, and he really don't value her, then now they went out. So I'm trying to be in the middle. I'm working on my physicalness. I look good. I just ain't light skinned. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I got the money and my philosophy on money is different. Like some ladies won't even date me because I don't do debt. I don't do credit cards. I don't leverage money, right? So I just spend what I got. But then on the flip side, I come with substance. And it goes back to what you said, which is so dope, man. I see why you pull the ladies because you teaching them something. So now I'm focused on that, like really uptime. Like, what can I teach you? When you experience me, you may not get all the other stuff that all these other guys may give you, but you're gonna leave with value, substance, and I taught you something.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the reality of that's after they get past. Does he have money and
Hmm.
does he look good?
Yeah. I mean, like, and it's so
And let me say this
funny.
too, because the reality is, if she don't have a booty, I won't look at her. I'm just gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? That's real. But that gets my look, but it doesn't keep me though.
Yeah. It obtains you, not sustains you.
Exactly. That's real though. You know
Got
what I'm
it.
saying? Because I ain't looking at substance up front. I'm not.
No, no
I'm
way.
not. Because I don't know. I don't know if he got substance. I'm not attracted to like, oh, she's so deep and intellectual and you know what I'm saying? But I do think that there's nothing wrong with that. Nah. Nah, I mean, if I meet the perfect that kind of a woman, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she got, she's educated, she's sweet, she's smart, she's skilled, and she's sexual, all in the package. I think for me, it's just all about man, and this is how I get rid of a lot of the fake ones, the ones who just want to trick. I mean, I just tell them here's how I was gonna here's a vision, here's how I'm gonna move from today, today on. Like I'm not spending a lot of money on you up front. We're gonna stick in this budget. I use the word budget, and ladies be running from that word. They hate that word. That's almost like the other B word. You know what I'm saying? It's like when did he say budget? Yeah, I am, because here's my thing, man. I'm just keeping it real. It's like I played that game of trying to impress the women. So now it's like, yo, I'm honestly trying to not impress her to see if she stays. Like I'm almost trying to turn her off to be like, yo, this is where I'm at, because I can maintain that life.
Yeah.
I can maintain, hey, this is where I'm at. But the moment I know that she's the one, I mean, all of the guards, all that stuff is off. Yo, she's gonna have the best life possible in her hands if she can just rock with me in the very beginning. Because it's like, yo, I mean, she's gonna get the nice stuff. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna take her to nice restaurants. She's gonna be treated like a queen that she is. But I am gonna lead more with substance now than I am with just showcasing money.
I have a question for you.
Oh shoot, when Rico got a question.
So, because the thing is, somebody like yourself who, first of all, congratulations on all your success.
Thanks,
It's
bro.
very hard to do that, no matter who you are. And now the fact that you have it, and now, there are some women that know that, right? Do you run into women that try to impress you?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, yeah, you're right. I do.
And what does that look like for you? I know what it looks like for me.
That is a good question. No one's ever asked me that. I don't know. Rico. It's like I get confused because sometimes ladies will hear, they hear me. I'm very vocal. I want the Bible, the brains, and the booty. And they'll say, I got the booty. And they'll, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, well, wait. But like, I mean, I don't know. It's like 50-50, man. Sometimes I like it from some ladies and sometimes I don't. I'm gonna be honest. There's like no solid answer there.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm
Like,
saying?
yeah.
I'm serious, brothers. No, I'm serious. Like there's
think-
no.
But this is the thing.
This is the thing. Like there's some ladies who be impressive. I'd be like, dang, I like that. Then some of them be like, ugh, I don't like
But
that.
by impressive, like, okay, let me give you an example.
All right.
Let's say I'm talking to a girl. My birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
No money has been changed. We have not even went on a real date yet.
Right.
But now the plans on the date.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, "Don't worry about the date. I'll pay for you. Don't worry about paying for the date. I want to take you out. It is about your birthday time."
Man, listen, I will marry her tomorrow.
See, that's how I got my daughter.
Are you serious? I will,
Yeah.
No woman has ever, never said, hey, I'm gonna pay for the date.
Really?
Yeah. Someone who I was interested in. There's been some who I were not interested in, but someone who I was genuinely interested in, like, yo, I could date this woman. No.
What if she had the Bible, the brains, and the beauty, not the booty?
That'd be rough for me. I'm gonna be honest.
What if she had the booty, but not the beauty? See, what I'm saying is you got to sacrifice something.
If she had the booty, and when you say the beauty, like the face is
She's
not
a 6.
Dang.
Booty's a 9. Average is 8.
If she had the booty and not the beauty, but she had the
brains and the Bible.
brains and the Bible, I possibly can rock with that, bro. I really am. I possibly could, because I am a booty guy. I'm not gonna run from that. You know what I'm saying?
You can always
It's
buy
like,
it.
because like I can't. I dated a beautiful chick, and she was flat, and
Yeah.
I just, for some odd reason, I just couldn't rock with it, bro.
You weren't fulfilled.
Hey, man, listen. Now you got me crossing my legs like that. You might be right, bro.
Nah,
You might be right, but I mean, it's like at the end of the day, man. I'll tell you, I'll be honest, man. What gets me so turned on, like just where I just want to just go hard, is when she can have some level of beauty, seriously, the brains and the booty, but she's like, yo, what do we gotta do to win?
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we gotta do to go make $1 million this year? Like, what do we gotta do to like just really just go at it? One of my friends, he and his wife, they've been married for like 12 years. And I was like, yo, bro, he said something that's probably TMI for us, but I won't say the name because I don't want his wife to be tripping. But he said in the middle of them having intimacy, in the middle of them having intimacy, she looks at him, tells him to keep going. But she said, "Yo, I just got $1 million idea."
I would love that.
She's like in the middle of them having sex,
I
right?
nut.
Like
It's gonna
Yo,
come with a ring.
he said his wife said, "I have $1 million idea," and while they are having intimacy, they are literally drafting up their next business idea, and that is the business that they run today that makes them right around like $1.5 million a year as one of their streams of income during the time of intimacy. And I was like, that's the kind of partner that I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You got
God
to.
Almighty.
So for those that don't know, right, one of the best ways to manifest new things in your life is through intimacy with your partner.
Are you talking about the actual like sex?
Yeah, the actual sex, like the actual having sex. If you can, like, both get on the same playing field, like, hey, we want to have abundance for our family or whatever the case may be. Like, that is one of the best ways to manifest it because that's when you're most open, with everything.
Wow.
So it's like a portal. We both are open and you're pouring into the universe. So that's probably why it's successful. Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious. Like it is, and literally, bro, they work maybe 5 hours a week.
But that, you see what that is? See, that's what I need. Like you gotta be able to. I'm a considerate guy. Like, Ayo, I'm really considerate. Like, I'm really considerate.
Rico.
And I need the consideration to be the same.
Rico.
Like, you riding me and you thinking about how we gonna win.
But not your wife though, because what if y'all do that and then you let her go and it ain't hers no more?
Why would I let it go?
That's true.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
she definitely brought you something like that, why would you let her go?
Why would you let it go? But the thing is, everything is not always that way, But to go back, right? Most of my life, I've always had women bring something to impress me. So that's probably why I get on here and these girls be like, he's crazy. I'm like, I'm not crazy. I just lived this life.
I've always been the person to impress. Like I'm always impressing somebody.
Like damn, it's gonna sound mad arrogant. Lonnie's about to turn my mic off.
Lonnie, turn his mic off to protect me. All right.
But like I've always been that person that if I walked into a room as a kid, like 21, 22, 18, 17, didn't matter.
Yeah.
The whole room stops.
Yeah, turn his mic off. That's it.
And then the girls are like, who's gonna get him?